Hi, my name is Diba. I'm from Tawhid International School in Dubai, and today I'm going to talk about our class team setting. Let's go to our team, for example, physics, and first of all, I'm gonna talk about manage team option. Since we don't have any students yet, so the number of members is 0 here, so we just forget about it and later we will add. Now let's go to setting, and first of all let's choose a team theme for ourselves. This is what I have done in the past, and let's go to the member permission. I highly recommend to stick to the default and just check the last two options. This is better for our classes, to manage our classes. Let's go to guest permission still. Let's stick to the defaults, also about mention, and then the main thing is about the fun stuff. I highly recommend to enable Giphy and custom memes. Still, you can keep the custom memes, but I highly recommend for your classes to enable Giphy for some reason that I have talked about before. And about the tags also, let's just team owners be able to create tags. Let's go to the general channel. The general channel, we have also some setting. We can go to the manage channels. To my opinion, you can keep general channel just as an announcement channel, so it's better to choose the option that only members can post messages, so it won't be messy and you can post any message you want, and students will notice about your message and will receive all your messages in an organized way. But don't forget that you should add mention students or all the channel. If you want they receive the push notifications, so it's better to choose the owner. The other channel that I have created and I suggested to all of you is banning question forum. Also for each channel you can manage your channel. You can also see what I have done for this channel. This is the name of the channel, and then you can see the description of the channel, that in this channel students can ask any kind of question that matters for them, even they may not fit within your class. Even issues outside of the class can be expressed here. So check this box to show this channel in the students channel list automatically. So I highly recommend this because I have done this in the past. I just want to cancel it, but you should save it. Also, I have sent a post to all the students. I have mentioned all the students in the beginning, this channel, and then I have sent a post so they can see what is going on. In the Coffee Corner channel, which is the next channel, you can see what I have done. This is the name of the channel, and the description is that in this Coffee Corner forum, the students can socialize and talk about whatever they want. And also, again, you can check the box here, so it will be shown automatically for the students as well. And in the discussion forum, you can see the description that I have chosen. The discussion forum is for any concern about the class, and we can discuss general issue with the course. Again, check the box, and then you can click on save. But since I have done, I just click on the cancel. These three channels that I suggested are good enough for students from grade 4 to 12, but normally for primary schools and for KG, for primary students and for KG, you should come up with better idea than banning question forum and discussion forum, because these are some kind of complicated channels for them. So I asked the teachers to come up with a better idea. Okay, the next channel, which is created for each week, you can create a channel. I suggest to name your channels like this. If you want to see exactly in a better way, you can see W1 is standing for week 1, and then underline the topic that you're going to talk about that week 1, which is for us is review. Actually, you can choose review and then one space, and you can put the date in the parentheses, and this shows all that week, the date about all that week. To my opinion, I highly recommend to put a description for your channel, for each channel, that what you want to do, and then students can have an idea of what you want to do in that channel. The same is for the other channels. For example, the second week also will have review. The third week will have diagnostic tests and blah blah blah. For other weeks, you can create channels, but I highly suggest that week by week you can create these channels, so students won't do whatever they want in the other weeks before you start. So it's better for the week one you create, and then for second week you can create for the second week. So still for each channel you have some options. If you just hover over the three dots, you can see this panel, and you can choose whatever you want, and you can click on manage channel and manage your channels, all of your channels. So let's come back to the general channel. In the general channel, you see lots of tabs on top. You can upload your class materials here, or you can go to Files tab, and there you see the folder of class materials here, and you can upload your files, all of your files here, your book or whatever, the PDF or any format of any file you want. This gives all the students a read-only space. They cannot edit or they cannot delete, so this is very good for you. Next tab is class notebook, which is very important. First of all, you should set up your class notebook. We click on the setup, and then because we do not have any existing notebook content yet, so you should click on the blank one, and this gives you some information about different sections. You can go and click on next, and then you can choose what kind of subsections each student should have. For example, handout, class note, homework, quizzes. You can add based on your class. It depends what is your class. For example, for physics or science class, you can add lab, and then you can create class notebook. It takes some time, then you will see that you will have your class notebooks, and when in future your students will be added to this class, automatically each of them will have a section which is a private section for each student, and with all those subsections about class notes, handouts, lab. If you are an art teacher, you can have your own subsection. If you are a teacher in primary, you can have your own subsection, and all this kind of things. It depends on your quality of network, so it takes some time. And then you will see this welcoming page, and you can see also another page that you can find some of your questions, and there are some links there that you can see perhaps some guide there. So we have other sections here: collaboration space, content library. We'll go to content library. There are some sections also here, getting started with the content library, and you can add a new section here for each week. I highly recommend to add a new section. You can call it, for example, week 1, for example, and then the date. It's so well organized. If you are doing this for each week, you can do this, but I highly recommend that you do it week by week, not all in advance, so the students won't be confused. You can add page by page. The first page that I recommend is the lesson plan page, and I highly recommend to also put your date also there. Lesson plan, for example, for if you have class on the exactly 31st of August, for example, you can type the date of your class here, and then here you can add whatever you want about your lesson plans, and normally it should be like standard lesson plans. So you can add, for example, about the big idea that you want to talk about, especially, for example, about whatever you want to talk about in each week. But you should notice, if you want to copy anything from somewhere else and put it here, paste it here, you should use short keys. The short keys for copy is holding the control button in your laptop or device and C at the same time. For cutting, control and X at the same time, and for paste you should hold control and V buttons at the same time. So if you want to copy and paste something from somewhere else and paste it here, so you should use these short keys. And then this was just for your information. Then for your lesson plan, you can write your big idea, and you can write your objectives here. If you want to just create your lesson plan directly here, and you can have your resources and the homework all here. If you have your lesson plan prepared from the past, you can just copy and paste it, all your content of the lesson plan here. You can add the page. For example, the first page can be the content of your class. For example, the first session, I just gonna talk about measurements in experiments. And then you can either type whatever you want, or if you have file from somewhere else, for example, a book file, ebook file, anything, if you have file ready from somewhere else, you can insert those files from the insert tab. Either you can attach that file, or you can print out the file all over this space, and so all the students can see whatever is happening here. This content library is a read-only library, so you can prepare all you want in advance, and the students can see or have a view of whatever you want to do. And then you can create a page for worksheet, and you can put all or upload all your worksheet on the right, or you can create here. And then you know that how to distribute these pages with the students. And for the second, for example, session of the week, again, you can have your lesson plan for the second session. Imagine, for example, if your second session is 2nd of September, you can do that. And then again, you can add the pages. I highly recommend in advance. You can do all these things for each week, so students have an opportunity to see what is going to happen in this week, the following week. Also, you can add pages, worksheets, and all you need. There is another section here, and also on the left, which is called, these are again on worksheets, so for each time you can do it. There's another section on the left, which is teacher only. If you want to prepare any quiz and you don't want students to see them, you just want to have them somewhere, you can use this section. You can add a new section, you can put your quiz. Or if you want to prepare anything for next week's and you don't want students to see them, so you can add sections, and for each section you can add pages, and you can keep them here. And then later you can copy those pages in the content library, or you can distribute them to the students so they can see whatever is going to happen. So teacher only is just private for teachers. Let's come back to the general channel. We talk about class notebook, which is the main tab here, and that was very important for us. So you can record all your ideas, everything in your class notebooks. Also assignments, grades were other tabs that in the workshops we talked a lot about it. I highly recommend to add inside tab. Maybe you see in top panel. If you don't, you can just search it in the search box inside, and you can add this very useful tab here. And then you can track all the students' activities, engagement, everything here. I recommend to uncheck this box, and because students don't need to see this post. By the way, it's just for you, this app, so it's just for the teachers or the owners of the team. So you can click on save, and then you can track all the activities of students. Still, you can add more tabs, you can add more applications based on your need. So do what is needed. Let's go to the channel week 1. This is what you have in week 1, and in this channel you can schedule your meeting, schedule your classes. You can just go to the top right, schedule a meeting. You can add a title, for example, what's going to happen in this session or in this meeting, let's say. On top, please check the time zone. Maybe you are arranging your meeting from somewhere else. Please check the time zone where you are, and then add a title. For example, in the first session of my meeting, it will be review on measurement experiment. I added this. If you are scheduling this meeting in this channel, you don't need to add attendees. You can now schedule the time and the date, the time, and the starting time and the ending time, whatever you are going to do. And because it's posted in this channel, you really don't need to add attendees, so it will be automatically posted in that channel so all students can see this. And in the below part you can type all the details for this new meeting. It's good to have this to summarize all the information, whatever is going to happen. For example, you can send a message to the students. For example, you can give them some idea that where the content of this meeting has been uploaded. For example, you can mention that the class notebook, in the content library, in the week 1, you can find all you need to know about the first meeting. So it's very good idea to have some text here to inform them whatever is going to happen in that meeting. So give them some idea, give them some information that where they can find it. In the content library, as I said, whenever you put or upload anything, they can see all of them, but they cannot edit. So that's it. When you finish, you can click on send, and then all the members will receive a notification that this meeting has been arranged. You can still click on this and you can edit whatever. You can choose whatever you want about this meeting options, and all these kind of things that we talked about them during the workshop. And whenever your meeting is going to start, either you can click on this message as a teacher and then you can join, or you can join from this top meet button here, and then you can join. And the student, when you join, the students, when they come to this channel, either here automatically in the conversation area, either they can see the join button and they can click on it, or they can go to the top right and just click on meet, and then they can join your classes. Please, whenever you start your classes, please click on start recording, and then when you finish, stop recording, and then when you end your meeting, automatically the recorded video of that meeting will appear here, and the students can play whenever they want, or you can do it. Anyhow, that's the end of it. I hope to see all of you. I'm looking really forward to seeing all of you very soon. Take care, and